Hello. I'm coming up on my 45th birthday. And with cystic fibrosis, that's a major milestone because when I was born, it was not going to be 45, definitely. And I think the life expectancy was not even 20. So, all of my friends, if you've noticed, and family are posting things to give like 45 cents, 45, $4, 50 cents, $45, or whatever you can give. I don't really feel like doing that without giving you something. So I thought about it. And what I think I'm going to do is over the next 20 days, every other day, so 10 times, I'm going to make a video telling you of some of my CF experiences. Me in the hospital, me with friends. Hopefully, you'll get a laugh, you'll get a smile, you'll enjoy it, and you'll share it, and you'll like it, and you'll make a donation. So, here goes the first story. I went to UK hospital as a kid. With CF, you're in for 10 to 14 days. Usually, for me, it was about twice a year. A lot of my CF friends, they were in a lot more. So you're constantly around each other. And in fact, in those days, the cystic fibrosis, instead of this 5 feet apart thing, we roomed together. So you get to very bored. You get really bored. And your kids. And you know the way kids are. They can go through anything and they just do fine. But they get mischievous. Yeah. When I was growing up at UK Hospital, it had kind of a fourth floor was the kids' floor. You had four east, four west, and four south as they were laid out. And when I would room, I'd usually room with this guy. This is Lee Cloyd. Lee Cloyd had cystic fibrosis plus spina bifida. His back was so crooked, you could almost put a coffee cup on the back of his back and it would be stable and not spill. So I admired Lee. Lee was the toughest guy I knew. A lot of people didn't recognize how hard Lee had it. And I kind of give it that because a lot of people that don't have CF don't recognize how hard CF is. So, but me and Lee had a kind of a mischievous flair in the kind of the cohesiveness that made nurses just fall apart. In fact, most of the time, me and Lee, if we roomed together, we had to room at room number 482 at the end of the hall with the nurse station in the middle. This was done to prevent runners. Lee, sadly, he's passed away. But Lee had the capability to see through any type of problem. When you thought the world was ending, Lee would be over there just singing away. The floor would have probably about 6 to 7 cystic fibrosis patients at the same time. So I had a little network of buddies all the time. We would be mischievous. We would do things that you just shake your head at, thinking these are sick kids. They're supposed to be in bed sick, laying around, but that doesn't happen. But anyway, here's the main story. All right. Do you know the little handicap buttons that are on the walls now? Like you hit the handicap button and the doors open up. Well, in the beginning, floor 4 did not have that at the main doors. The main doors were always kind of kept open, so you didn't install the handicap places like that right away where the doors stayed open all the time. They did one time when me and Lee were in the hospital. And we got into a discussion of, if you're in a wheelchair and you hit the button, how far can you make it backwards and run the wheelchair before the doors close? This is where it gets good. So Lee and myself, we decided to get in wheelchairs. We backed up all the way back, and we would start running for it. Put our IV pole in the middle, hold it with your feet, and run the wheels. One of us would hit the button, and you would start going like this, trying to get as fast as you can to get the wheelchair through. We made it through several times and kept backing up further, and the doors would close just as the wheelchair goes through, until we didn't realize on one of the doors, well, both doors actually, I think, the little thing that holds the doors open, the kickstand thing down at the bottom, it actually just kind of folds up. Okay? So we start going faster and faster, and then we get into there, and it was Lee's turn, and he, as he went through, the door hit the wheel, because there's like little rims on the wheelchair, and that little kickstand thing came down and snagged the spokes of the wheelchair. Lee rode out of there he rode right out of there like a crash test dummy, just boom, 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 across the floor. He got up. The wheelchair had been just bent to pieces. The little spoke had been bent to pieces. There's a huge bunch of crowd, come running to see what was wrong. Lee got right up and, without mistake, looks over and goes, it's the door's fault. I think you need to call maintenance and have the little button fixed. That is how we did things. And to this day, we have pretty dark side, mischievous side. But if it made you laugh and it made you smile, click a share and donate. Thank you. Be good.